Hey, hello students, again I'm here in front of you to discuss about the second chapter of your syllabus, which is the matter around us is pure or not. So we're discussing about the matter around us is pure or not. We discussed in the last class about the separation of the components of the mixture. We even discussed how to separate by the funnel method, how to separate by the filtration method, and even how to separate the milk from the cream. So these all things we discussed about in the previous class only. So in the today's class we are going to discuss about the one more separation method of the components of the mixture known as the sublimation. So before discussing about the separation of components of the sublimation, first of all try to remind one more time the definition of the sublimation. Right. What do you mean by the sublimation one more time? Remind one more time what we discussed in the early classes about the sublimation. Sublimation, what we said, the sublimation is a process in which solid, right, convert directly into the gas. Okay, what is sublimation? It is a process in which solid directly converted into the glass gas without passing through the state of liquid. Means when the solid is heated, it will directly convert into the gas only. Solid is heated, it will convert to directly the gas only. So this process is going to call as a sublimation process. Means which component we need to separate in the sublimation process means the component should satisfy the this condition. Means what component which you are choosing should convert that the solid into the gas only when we are heating. Like example, which carry out the sublimation process, ammonium chloride, it is a solid which convert directly into the gas upon heating. Camphor, camphor nothing but what do we call? Karpur, right? The karpur nothing but which we use for भगवान की आरती के लिए यूज करते देखो नारियल के ऊपर. So that is a karpur, that is also we can use which convert directly into the gas upon heating, right? Naphthalene balls, naphthalene balls nothing but dambargolis. Okay, this also we can use for the sublimation process. And even the anthracene, it is one of the polymer. Okay, it is one of the polymer which is used in the preparation of the benzene. Okay, so these all things are there. So these are the examples of the sublimation process. So to understand this one, how the compounds are separated, so we are arranged this experiment. Okay, so this is the experimental arrangement. It is the funnel, but this funnel is inverted. Inverted मतलब funnel ऐसा रहता ऊपर, इसमें डालते हैं, इसको रिवर्स कर दो, इन्वर्ट बोलते हैं, राइट. इफ इट इज अपराइट, इट इज कॉल्ड एज इन्वर्ट, राइट. उल्टा, मैं अब खड़ा हूँ, अपराइट हूँ, मैं अगर पाँव ऊपर किया, सर नीचे किया तो आई बिकम द इन्वर्टेड. सो फनल को क्या करें हम, इन्वर्ट करके रिवर्स करके डाल दिए, पुट करें. सो नीचे क्या एक चाइना डिश है, राइट. चाइना डिश नथिंग बट ट्रे विल बी देयर, जिस जो एक क्ले से बना सा रहता है, जैसा चाइना क्ले से बना सा रहता है. सो द चाइना डिश, राइट. सो उसमें क्या डाले हम, वी पुटेड द कंपोनेंट. विच कंपोनेंट? द नेम ऑफ द मिक्सचर इज अमोनियम क्लोराइड एंड साल्ट, right? Understand clearly? The mixture what we taken here, it is the ammonium chloride and the salt. The ammonium chloride is nothing but it is the example of the process of sublimation. Means if you are heating the ammonium chloride, what you do, it is a solid actually, so it will directly convert into the gas without passing through the state of liquid. So right, means the remaining will be salt only. The ammonium chloride will be converted as a gas. Means we can separate the both. Means these both are a mixture now. Salt and ammonium chloride are a mixture, and both looks alike. Ammonium chloride also looks same as the salt looks. Then how to separate both of them? It is impossible to separate even by the picking method, by the filtration method, or whatever method you want to use. It is not possible. Then we can use the process of sublimation here. So it is the funnel, inverted funnel. It is a cotton plug. जो नलकी का जो एयर रहती है देखो, उसके ऊपर क्या डालो, कॉटन डालो, क्योंकि जो भी गैस प्रोड्यूस होता है ना वो इससे बाहर नहीं जाना, इसके लिए इसको कॉटन से क्या करो, पैक कर दो, राइट. देन it is the mixture of it is a mixture of ammonium chloride and salt, right. Now start heating. Now start heating. When you start heating, it is a mixture of ammonium chloride and the salt. Ammonium chloride upon heating, what you do? it will convert into the vapors. Simple. Because ammonium chloride is a salt, solid, right? Huh? What does the sublimation means? The solid should directly convert into the vapors or the gas. Means the ammonium chloride will directly convert into the gas. So there we can see that vapors of ammonium chloride, they are this side. Okay, these are the vapors of ammonium chloride. So when the vapors are coming above from the fire, okay, above from the heat, so again they will be get cooled, right? When they get cooled, they are going to situate on the either side of the inverted funnel. So that's called as solidified ammonium chloride. मीन्स सॉलिड से वेपर बनते और वेपर को कूल बने तो फिर क्या बनते सॉलिड ही बनते सब बोथ प्रोसेस कॉल्ड एज द सब्लिमेशन ओनली हाँ सॉलिड लिक्विड गैस सॉलिड टू गैस आल्सो कॉल्ड एज सब्लिमेशन हाँ गैस टू सॉलिड आल्सो कॉल्ड एज sublimation. In this experiment, that only is happening. When we are heating the solid, it converted into the gaseous form or vapors form. So when the gas is cooled, it converts again into the solid. So it is called as the separation of the components of the mixture by the process of the sublimation. मतलब अमोनियम क्लोराइड गैस बन के इधर सॉलिडिफाई होके इधर बैठ गया, जो नीचे बचा हुआ क्या है वो साल्ट है, तो अमोनियम क्लोराइड साल्ट दोनों सेपरेट हो गए. सो दिस इज द मेथड ऑफ separation of the ammonium chloride from the salt. So that method is called as the process of sublimation. So now we'll discuss about the next process of separation of the mixtures is nothing but the chromatography. Chromatography is used to separate the components, right? The components which are mixed in same solvent. Which component? Those components are the colored components, right? They are the colored components. Means what is the chromatography? Chromatography is the process in which we are going to separate the components, the colored components mixed in the same solvent. You have to remember this one. So in the same solvent, if the colored components are mixed, means they can be separated by the chromatography method. Like example, you know that in some conditions, what the people will do for the marketing purposes, they will add some artificial colors to the ingredients. Like so, actually they do not look like that much brighter as compared to their natural color. So what they are going to do, they are going to add some pigments. So to enhance the color and to enhance the attractiveness of the some of the ingredients, they are going to add some of the artificial colorings. So we can even remove those artificial colorings from the natural colors by using the method of chromatography. How it is going to do? Simple. You have to take a filter paper, a strip of a filter paper. Take a filter paper, right, and draw the line from the pencil. So draw here a line from the pencil and just you denote the spot of the ink, right? It's a filter paper. So draw one line from the pencil and on that line you spot a ink, right? What we are separating? We are separating the separation of the dyes in the black ink. So the black ink contains some dyes, means they are the artificial colorings. So we can separate those solutes or those artificial colorings from the black ink. Means the dyes are included or they are added in the black ink to enhance the overall the looking of the black ink. Okay, it should be more brighter. Then for that condition they are going to add some amount of the dyes. So you take the filter paper to separate them. Okay, so arrange this like the chamber. What is this? It is a glass rod, right? It is a filter paper clips. Means जो फिल्टर पेपर आप ले रहे ना उसको क्या करो, इससे अटैच करो क्लिप से, क्लिप बांध दो उधर. सो एक जार ले लो, इट्स अ जार, ये जार है, ये जार के अंदर क्या करना, फिल्टर पेपर को अटैच करना अंदर, राइट. सो ये स्ट्रिप फिल्टर पेपर है, ये जो अंदर है देखो अंदर है, दैट इज द फिल्टर पेपर एंड विच हैज अगेन द स्पॉट ऑफ द इंक and it is the below is the water, right. Now what happens means when the filter paper is dipped in the water, again which color are darker, right, which color are darker or brighter we can call, which color are darker or brighter, right? They rises, they rises fast. आप सिंपल एक एक्सपेरिमेंट करो घर में, एक पेपर ले लो, पेपर के ऊपर इंक डाल लो, इंक डाल के थोड़ा उसको पानी में डिप करो, राइट? डिप करते ही वो कलर क्या होता है मालूम है? राइज होता है, उधर पूरा फिल्टर पेपर के ऊपर आना स्टार्ट हो जाता हो, मतलब जो कलर डार्क है वो जल्दी राइज होता कहते, right? So same thing will happen here also. The darker color will rises fast and the remaining will be black ink. मतलब जो हम आर्टिफिशियल डाई डाले इसके अंदर वो राइज हो जाते हैं, राइट? और जो नीचे बचता क्या हो रहता है वो सिर्फ रहता है ब्लैक इंक रहता है. So those all are going to be rises above from the filter paper. filter paper के ऊपर आना स्टार्ट हो जाता है वो. So the remaining will be only the black ink. So by this process we can separate the dyes from the black ink. So that's the second method of separation of the components of mixture called as the chromatography. In the chromatography we can separate the components which are mixed in the same solute or solvent. Okay, so that is the method we are using, that called as the chromatography. So now we'll discuss the next method. Then which are the applications of the chromatography are there? The three applications are there of the chromatography process. So we can separate the colors in the dyes. So what we did now, only the experiment. So that is the first method of separation of the colors in dyes. Means which color? The artificial colors. The artificial colors which are added to the dyes, we can separate them. The pigments from the natural colors. The pigments are again the artificial colors. So right. So which the natural color does the component holds, that can be added by the pigments. The pigments are the coloring agents. What are the pigments? If it is asked in the examination, what are the pigment or pigments means they are the coloring agents. You can say that the pigments are the coloring agents. So why the blood is red? Question: why the blood is red? Actually the blood is not red. Confused? सर ब्लड रेड नहीं रहता तो हमारा ब्लड तो रेडिश है ना. So actually the blood is not red. Why the blood is red? It is due to the pigment, right? Which pigment is there? Hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is the pigment. Due to that pigment our blood is red in color. So right, so it is the pigment, it is a natural pigment. So even the people are going to add some of the artificial pigments also. And why the green leaves are green in color? Why they're green in color? Because of the pigment. The pigment of the green leaves, that why they are the green in color. So the different plants have the different coloring. It because of they have the different pigments. Pigments are nothing but they are the coloring agents, we can say. Okay. So even we can separate the pigments from the natural colors. What does the natural colors they have? That can be separated by the additional artificial colors. The drugs from the blood also. Even the drug which we consumed, that can be separated from the blood by using the method of chromatography. So these are the three methods by which we can separate the components which are mixed in the same solvent. So right, so here the blood is again become the solvent, and these are the components which are mixed in the solvent, and as a result what happens means we can separate the drugs from the blood also. So that is the case. Always drug doesn't mean, so don't get confused. Always drug doesn't mean that what it showed in the films and the serials. That drug, what we are calling, that is the separate name what it has. Actually all tablets are called as drug only. Every tablet, even you take the paracetamol also, the paracetamol is also called as a drug only. Means, are you a drug taker? अगर आप पैरासिटामोल ले रहे हैं तो आप ड्रग ही ले रहे हैं. So all the tablets or all the chemicals are called as drug only. What they are telling in the films and the serials, that drug is separate. That's called as a cocaine, right? That is a separate cocaine or heroin. That's a separate name is there. that drug is very dangerous for the body. Okay, if our we are consuming that one, means that will impact on our body, on our brain, and as a result it will become the addiction called as a drug addiction. But in a common way, all the tablets keep in the brain. Okay, in common way, all the tablets are called as drugs only. It may be whatever drug, drug, cough tablet, cold tablet, whatever tablet is there, everything is called as a drug only. So we can separate the colors in dyes, the pigments from the natural colors, and even the drugs from the blood by the process of the chromatography are the applications of the chromatography. So now we'll discuss the next method of the separation of the components of the mixture. So the next method is the distillation. Okay, right? We are very familiar with the word of the distillation because we used to take the distilled water in most of the cases, okay, in the houses also. So what is mean by the process of the distillation? Okay, right? So means which components can be separated by the help of the distillation. Okay. In this process, we are going to separate the mixture of acetone, water. If you look the both acetone and water, right, they both are same. Water also do not have the color, even acetone also do not have the color. If you take the both, means you cannot differentiate which is water and which is acetone. And both are mixable liquids, right? They both mix with each other very easily. They are mixable liquids, right? Immiscible liquids means they cannot mix with each other, like the oil and water. Mixable liquid means they can mix with each other easily, right? So acetone and water, they mix with each other very easily. So as a result, we are unable to differentiate which is the acetone and which is the water, because they both are mixed with each other and they becomes a single unit. So then how to separate when the two mixable liquids are, they are mixed with each other? In the last case, in a funnel case, what we did means we separated the two immiscible liquids. So in which one is the water, another is the oil. Okay, right. So that is the we use the kerosene oil. Both are immiscible. Immiscible means they have the two layers. Below will be water and above will be the kerosene oil. And how it will be? They are separated on the base of the density, we said already, right? So on the basis of the density we separated because they have the two portions of the layers, right? But in this case they both are mixed with each other and they do not have any boundaries of separation. So as a result they are the mixable liquids. Then in this condition, how to separate them? So we can separate by the simple arrangement of the experiment. Okay, right? So never mind of the diagram how it came. Okay, just understand the method. Focus on the method, not on the diagram that much. So it is the stand. Okay, uh, we can say that here it is the lamp you are going to use for the heating purpose. So right, it is the container called as distillation flask. Means in this flask only we are going to do the process of the distillation. It is covered by the cork, and in that, from that cork we are just put at the thermometer. What's the need of putting the thermometer? To check the temperature. To measure the temperature, we put at the thermometer there, right? So then it is connected to the chamber because we are separating it one, okay, chamber. So this is a water outlet, means water is going out of it one. So it is called as cold water in. It's a cold water in, मतलब cold water अंदर आ रहा, इधर पानी बाहर जा रहा. So these are the clamps. Two clamps are here, one clamp and another clamp. It is a water condenser. What is this one? This is called as a water condenser. और जो ये है ना, ये एक बीकर है और इस बीकर में क्या हो रहा मालूम है? एसीटोन इज फॉर्मिंग. एसीटोन आके अंदर गिर रहा. So we taken the mixture of acetone and the water. So now what we are going to do? So in this process we are going to take the boiling point. Without the boiling point we cannot separate them. Then which boils first in this condition? If the acetone is collecting here means it is sure that the boiling point of acetone is lesser than the boiling point of water. What is the boiling point of water? The boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. Then the acetone must be below the 100 degrees Celsius because it is boiling faster than the water. When it is boiling, what will happen? When the liquid is boiled, it will convert into the gaseous state, right? When the liquid is boiled, it converts into the gaseous state. Means both acetone and water are liquids only. When we are heating that one, it starts to boil. When it started to boil, acetone boils faster because of the low boiling point. As a result, it becomes the vapors. Acetones, vapors are formed inside the distillation flask. And these acetone vapors are taken into this chamber with the help of this a long rod tube. Okay, because of the collection of the acetone, so we are taken into the another chamber. Okay, so it is connected to the long again rod tube. So in this one, actually, here you can see that acetone become the vapors. So right, when the liquid is heated, it becomes gas. We know the process is there. When the liquid is, sorry, I will take here. When the liquid is heated, right? When the liquid is heated, it becomes gas. When the gas is cooled, it should again become the liquid only. Means when the liquid is acetone and water is heated, acetone boiled first due to the low boiling point and as a result it becomes the vapors and that vapors will become again the liquid by the process of the cooling. So how we are cooling? We are cooling by this chamber or even you can call this as the coolant chamber also. So in this chamber water get condensed. Do you know what is the meaning of the condensation? Simple thing. How the rainfall will be there? Right? How the rainfall will be there? The rainfall will be only because of the process of condensation. Right? You can see the clouds there. Cloud is a gas or a vapor. It holds the vapors. Then how the cloud is converted into the liquid and how it will fall to the ground? Because of the process of the condensation. The condensation is a process in which the water vapors becomes the liquid. Same here, the vapors of the acetone are there in this chamber. The vapors of acetone are condensed. How they are cooled? Simple. Cool करना है तो कोल्ड वाटर डालो अंदर. इसमें क्या डालो? कोल्ड वाटर डालो इस चेंबर में. इधर से क्या आ रहा मालूम है? इधर से गैस आ रहा है. इधर से गैस आ रहा है. इस चेंबर में आते ही गैस क्या होता है? कूल होता है एज यूजुअल. इधर टेम्परेचर ज्यादा है, इधर आते आते टेम्परेचर कम होता जाता है और इसमें आते ही ये पूरा कूलेंट एजेंट एयर एंड एरिया है, ये पूरा कूल रहता है. इसमें आते ही गैस क्या होता है मालूम है? लिक्विड बन जाता है. राइट. वो लिक्विड क्या होता है मालूम है? इधर से जाके नीचे गिरता रहता है. देन अगर इसका हीट ये ले रहा तो ये वाटर भी क्या होता है? हॉट होता. तो इसके लिए इस साइड से हम क्या डाल रहे? कूल वाटर भेज रहे और इस साइड से वाटर को बाहर भेज रहे. मतलब दिस प्रोसेस इज कंटिन्यूअस. कूल वाटर भेजना, उससे उधर से हॉट वाटर जाता रहता है. सो दिस चेंबर इज कॉल्ड एज द coolant. In the coolant only the vapors of the acetones are again converted into the liquid state and they are separated out. Right. So by this process, when all the acetone will vaporize, the remaining only will be the water. तो इधर वाटर बच गया, इधर आके वेपर आके जो हो गया वो acetone हो गया. तो both are acetone and water both are mixable liquids. Now after this distillation process, we see that water is here and acetone is here. So we successfully separated the two mixable liquids, acetone and water. If you want to separate this one by the normal methods or the physical method, it is impossible. We can separate by the process called as the distillation. That's the reason heating of or boiling of water is very important, because whatever the other liquids are there, they can be easily vaporized and as a result which water will remain, that water will be the pure form. So as a result many people will suggest you, even the doctor will suggest you to have the boiled or hot water. So because of whatever the ingredients are mixed in that one, they can be easily vaporized in the process of the distillation. So it's the easy method. I hope you understood how to separate the two mixable liquids with the help of the distillation process, which we are using here. We are using the boiling point of the two liquids. In this case, the acetone is boiling faster than the water, means the acetone boiling point is lesser than the water. As a result, acetone starts to become vapor faster, and those vapors are taken into this chamber, because to reduce the temperature, we have one of the condenser area. In this condenser area, again gas becomes liquid, because when the liquid is heated, it becomes gas. When the gas is cooled, it becomes again the liquid. As a result, the liquid of acetone will be stored here. So we separated the water from the acetone. So that method is the distillation. I hope you understood. Now the fractional distillation, okay? We discussed about the distillation process, but now the fractional distillation. Actually, the fractional distillation is the method in which we are going to separate the two mixable liquids and even the air also. So in this condition, we are discussing about how to separate the components of air. When we talk about the air, so air means it is the mixture of many substances, like it has the oxygen, it has the nitrogen, it has the argon, and many gases will be there. Means when we talk about the air, air is nothing but it is the combination of many gases, dust particles, the water vapors, everything will be there. So now in this process, we are going to separate these three gases from the air, right? So we are going to separate nitrogen, argon, and oxygen. So right. So now you take the air here. So when the air is compressed, right? When the air is compressed, in the first chapter we discussed about the matter, the states of matter, in which we discussed about whenever you compress the air, it becomes the liquid, because we are bringing the molecules nearer as the liquid molecules are there. So right, simple. How to compress the air? By increasing pressure and decreasing temperature. Remember this. So we have to take the air, and that air can be compressed, right, by increasing pressure. प्रेशर ज्यादा डालना और टेम्परेचर को कम करना. प्रेशर लगाओ, ज्यादा प्रेशर लगाओ, टेम्परेचर को कम करो, देन क्या होता मालूम है? बिकॉज व्हेन यू राइज द टेम्परेचर, अगेन द लिक्विड बिकम गैस. So right, that's the method of solid, liquid, and gas. Very, that's very dangerous. Okay, if you are not understanding properly, means solid, liquid, gas. तो सॉलिड को लिक्विड बनना है तो क्या करना? हीट करना. लिक्विड को गैस बनना तो हीट करना. So heat is the process in which the states of matter will change here. So if you are heating, again it means when compressing with the pressure, increasing pressure, and again when you increase the temperature also, then what happens means the gas will be remained as usual. It will not convert into liquid state, because again you are heating. So right. So what you have to do? You have to increase the pressure and decrease the temperature. When we increase the pressure and decrease the temperature, then the air is converted into the liquid air, right? Air is converted into the liquid air. Now what you do? Allow to warm up slowly in the fractional distillation column. So now when the liquid air is there, then you allow the liquid air to warm up fractionally or slowly. So as a result, in the distillation column, let them to separate. So right, gases get separated at different heights, we can say. So now the liquid air is there. So warm slowly. थोड़ा गर्म स्टार्ट करो, करना स्टार्ट कर दो, तो क्या होता मालूम है? तब वो लिक्विड बने सो है, लिक्विड कैन बी सेपरेटेड विद द हेल्प ऑफ बॉइलिंग पॉइंट. So if the oxygen, nitrogen, and argon are there, means each of them have the different boiling points. Now they are not gases now. Now they become the liquids. Okay. So they all have the different boiling points. So observe this table. Okay. Boiling point of oxygen, argon, and nitrogen. What is the boiling point of oxygen? Minus 183. Argon minus 186. Nitrogen 196. So when we go, or when we take about the negative numbers, in the negative, who is lesser, he is greater. मतलब आप पॉजिटिव में देखिए तो पॉजिटिव में जो बड़ा रहता हो बड़ा रहता हो, लेकिन नेगेटिव में जो छोटा रहता हो बड़ा रहता. मतलब in this case, which is a small number, 183 is small, but he is the bigger in the numbers. So right, because negative, that's only. So means the boiling point is 183, minus 183, 186 and 196. So right, so air, then how much volume does the air contains of these three gases? Around 20% of the air is the oxygen. How much? Around 20% or 21% of the air is oxygen. In that one, around 1% or 0.9% is the nitrogen. 78% is the nitrogen, right? 1%, 20.9 is the oxygen, 0.9 is the argon, and around 78.1% is the nitrogen. I have already said you that the nitrogen is the highest, the gas present in our atmosphere. So, right. So that's about 78% means the largest the gas present in the atmosphere. Even you study in the 8th standard in your syllabus also, the percentage of the or the volume of the air, it is included with the different gases. So right, so start boiling, right? Start boiling of the gases. Which gases? Which become now the liquid? Oxygen, nitrogen, argon. Start boiling. Who will boil first? कौन boil होता first? Can you tell? Who will boil the first? So who will boil the first? They will become the first gas, right? And due to that one, they can be easily separated. First one will boil and he is going to be separated. Next another will boil, he is going to separate it, and again another will boil, he is going to separate it. So in this case, we say that when the oxygen boil, oxygen gets separated. Then when the temperature is to the minus 183, and again it will boil, it will separated, and again it will boil, it will separate. मतलब नाइट्रोजन बॉयल हो गया तो नाइट्रोजन सेपरेट हो गया, तो रिमेन क्या हो गए 186 एंड 183. सो 183 वार्म टेम्परेचर आ गया तो ये भी बॉयल होकर उड़ गया. फिर बाद में 183 आए तो फिर ये भी बॉयल होकर उड़ गया. मतलब तीनों एट डिफरेंट हाइट्स. समझो, इधर नाइट्रोजन हो गया, बॉयल होके उड़ गया. इसके बाद इसके ऊपर का टेम्परेचर किसका है? ऑर्गन का है. समझो, ऑर्गन भी बॉयल होकर उड़ गया इधर. उसके बाद किसका टेम्परेचर? ऑक्सीजन का. ऑक्सीजन भी बॉयल होकर उड़ गया. मतलब at different heights, we say what is calling at different heights the gases get separated, right? Gases separated at different heights. So this process is called as a fractional distillation. So in the next class again we will discuss about the more about the separation of the components of mixture. So stay home, stay focused. Bye bye, meet in the next class.